It was good. It was good. Yeah, I want to make a video on my top 10 bandwagon teams in the past 15 years in major American sports. Top 10 bandwagon teams in the past 15 years in American sports. I might not be able to fit all that in the title though, but that's what the video is about. Bandwagon teams. Let me go on my honorable mentions right now. The New York Giants, 2011 to now. Why I ain't say 2008? Yeah, they won the Super Bowl in 2008, but nobody expected them to win the Super Bowl that year. However, when the Giants went to the Super Bowl the second time and they won it, and then fans were talking shit, you see, after the second time they won the Super Bowl, you start seeing a lot of people wearing Giants. You start seeing a lot of people wearing Giants jerseys and shit. Like, what the fuck? You a Giants fan? Get the fuck out of here, man. You a Giants fan? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Really, Bill? Bill? You wearing a Giants jersey? Really, Bill? I mean, what the fuck? You ain't no fucking Giants fan, Bill. Wasn't you just rocking the fucking Lions jersey last year? What the fuck, Bill? You a fake ass motherfucker. Fuck you. And then, if you a fan of, say like, now these Giants fans be talking shit like, I know some of you experienced this that make videos on YouTube. If you're a fan of like any other team in the NFL, especially if you're a fan of a team that's in the NFC East, like the Eagles or the Cowboys or the Redskins and shit, especially like Eagles fans and especially the Eagles fans, you know exactly where I'm coming from. You Eagles fans, y'all know how that shit feel. Y'all see the Giants fans be talking mad. This be happening. I see this happen on TTC. I just see it in general. Giants fans be talking so much shit. They talk a lot of shit because they like, we got 2 Super Bowls. What you got? We got Super Bowl. We got 2 Super Bowls in the past 6 years. We got 4 Super Bowls in our history. What the fuck you got? You know what I'm saying? They always talking about rings and shit, but they always talking shit. You know what I'm saying? The fan base got a little cocky and arrogant, you know what I'm saying? But they been getting their ass whooped for the past fucking 3 fucking seasons. 3 or 4 seasons and shit, been getting fucking destroyed and shit. We talking shit, but that fan base, it seems like their fan base came out of nowhere. I don't know though. It's whatever. And then another honorable mention, the Cleveland Cavaliers. These motherfuckers is so fucking fake. This fan base is so corny and fake. Before LeBron got there, man, nobody went to Cavaliers games before he came there and after he left. After he left, they stopped coming to the games. They burned his jersey, but they welcomed him back after he said he wanted to come back to Cleveland. Cavaliers ain't no real Cavaliers fans out there. I'm sorry. Y'all the worst motherfucking fan base ever. Y'all want the worst fan base ever. Oh my God, it's pathetic. You don't even, actually y'all motherfuckers won't even watch the Cavaliers game. Y'all motherfuckers didn't even know who the fuck Tristan Thompson was until this year. You know why? Because LeBron is there. Y'all didn't even know who half the team was until LeBron got there. Like, the Cavaliers is just, they're fucking pathetic. 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 They're pathetic as a fan base. That bandwagon shit is just crazy. That is my honorable mention. Okay, number 10. The Chicago Blackhawks. Yes, I said Chicago Blackhawks because before 2010, there was no Blackhawks fans, real shit. Nobody gave a fuck about the Blackhawks. Nobody gave a fuck. I ain't hear shit about the Blackhawks. Nobody, even people in Chicago didn't know who the fuck the fucking Chicago Blackhawks was. They ain't know who the fuck they was. They ain't know what fucking organization they even played for before they started winning championships and shit. They won their first championship back in 2010 and shit. And I think they won, 2 years ago in 2013. Yeah, they won 2013. It was no fans, like, really, there was no fans. It was crazy, though. Then, now, Blackhawks fans they won a championship this year, now they all arrogant and talking all this mad shit and all this bullshit. I know I experienced this shit because you go to a Red Wings game or whatever. I think 2 years ago, we went to a Red Wings game. You see Blackhawks fans in there, and then after the Red Wings beat the Blackhawks, they came in. They start talking shit. They try to threaten us and shit. Man, Blackhawks fans ain't shit. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. Y'all always y'all threaten us because y'all lost the fucking game. I know y'all won a championship and all, but y'all threaten us and shit. Y'all threaten people and all that, acting all tough and bad and shit. Big Billy Badass and shit because you won championships in the past few years. Please, man, the Red Wings got way more motherfucking championships than y'all can do. They got more championships than any team in fucking hockey. But the Blackhawks, though, they just been getting arrogant, though. They've been getting too arrogant, especially in the past 5 years. It's just been crazy with the Blackhawks fans. Number 9, the Boston Celtics from 2008 to 2010. This bandwagon train, this bandwagon shit was just fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. 2009. From 2008 to 2010, Boston Celtics, number 9 on my list. Remember that motherfucking year when the Big Three came and shit in 2007, like in the summer of 2007, they played the whole season together. They won a championship in 2008. Remember that shit with Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce? All three of them were still in their prime. Well, somewhat. KG was towards the end of his prime. Ray Allen was towards the end of his prime. Paul Pierce still has life left in him. Paul Pierce, he ain't what he used to be, but he's still dangerous. He's still a dangerous threat. He's still a threat, though. He's still a threat at his age right now. He's still a threat. Out of the big three right now, out of all three of them right now, even right now, Paul Pierce still kind of play at a high level. Ray Allen retired, and KG, he went back to Minnesota. He about to retire too, I think. He should retire. But yeah, man, the Boston Celtics, man, you ain't hear shit about the Boston Celtics, man. Before 2008, they was fucking terrible. It was awful. This is where I was talking shit about Doc Rivers being the most overrated coach in the NBA right now. Because the only reason why he won the championship is because he had superstars on his team, and he won because, like, he's not even a great coach to me. The whole team, the coach is overrated. The whole team was overrated. The next year, they didn't even go to the finals. They didn't even go to the finals. They went in 2010, though. 2010, they went against the Lakers and almost won in Game 7 in Los Angeles. But still, it was just that bandwagon shit. Like, I didn't like that shit. I didn't like it when Kevin Garnett went to the Celtics. I didn't like that shit because Kevin Garnett was one of my favorite players. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that shit. I hated that shit. And then you go to he also went to a rival of my team, the Pistons. You know, the Pistons and Celtics had their fucking wars and fights over the years and shit. This goes back to the fucking 80s and shit. With the Pistons and Celtics is getting to fights and having wars and shit on the court. Just be fucking going nuts. That's a real rivalry right there. And I didn't like I just didn't like the bandwagon. I hear all these fucking fans and shit. They was saying, we're Celtics fans before that. We're Celtics fans before that. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't no Celtics fans. If you don't even know who half the team was. Only person you knew who was on the team was Paul motherfucking Pierce. I asked somebody one time back then, like, who used to be the star player of the Boston Celtics back in the mid-90s, the mid or late 90s? Who was the best player on that team? They was like, oh no, Paul Pierce. I'm like, no, it was Antoine Walker. Remember Antoine Walker? He used to be on the Celtics back in the day. Back in the 90s. I was like, who used to play for the Celtics back like in the earlier 2000s when it was fucking garbage? Who used to play for them? Who used to play for them? Antoine Walker. They had Antoine Walker and shit. One time, Gary Payton went to that team one time. It was in the early 2000s, early to mid 2000s he was on that team, but still, they had Ricky Davis on that team back then, all that shit. But they don't remember the team before. They didn't know who the fuck the players was on the Celtics before they came. They didn't know who the fuck the team was. Like seriously, y'all motherfuckers remember that motherfucker Ray LaFrance and shit? You remember that motherfucker? Or none of y'all remember that shit, huh? Y'all remember that motherfucker Ray LaFrance, that French, whatever the fuck he is. They ain't know, man. They don't know their teammates or nothing. They didn't know the fucking players and that shit. Someone don't even know who the fuck the coach was until then. Bandwagon ass motherfuckers. Okay, man. Number 8, San Francisco 49ers, 2011 to 2013. This bandwagon shit, like for real though. This bandwagon shit, like. The 49ers, man, I remember back in the early 2000s and shit, the 49ers was fucking garbage as fuck, okay? They was terrible in the mid 2000s. Early 2000s, they was okay when they had Terrell Owens. It was okay when they had Jeff Garcia and Terrell Owens and shit. They had these motherfuckers. And then after they left, that team wasn't shit. Like, they had I'll never forget that game. The 49ers came back against the Giants back in the early 2000s. They came back, I think that was 2002. Came back against the New York Giants in the NFC Championship. I think it was the NFC Championship game or it was the divisional round. I can't remember, but whatever though. The 49ers, fans didn't remember how bad the 49ers was during the 2000s. The 49ers, these motherfuckers used to go like 2-14 and shit back in 2000 fucking, what was that, 2005 or some shit? They were like fucking 2-14 and shit. They was garbage in 2005. Remember that shit, 2005? These motherfuckers going 2-14 and shit, fucking 4-12 and shit, fucking 6-10, all kinds of shit, 8-8. Like the teams was garbage back then. Man, shit, Alex Smith was fucking terrible. Yeah, Vernon Davis, he wasn't a good tight end. They had a shitty defense, no Jim Harbaugh. They used to have, who they used to have as a fucking coach back then? I remember, I say who was the coach on the 49ers back then? Who used to be the coach? They used to say, Jim Harbaugh. I don't know who used to coach the 49ers during the 2000s. I used to say Mike Singletary. He used to coach the Lions. What's his fucking name? His name was in my head a second ago. Oh, God. It'll come back to me, but he used to coach the Lions. I can't, his head escaped my mind for a second. Y'all know who he is. Steve Mariucci. That's right, Steve Mariucci. He used to coach the 49ers back in the early 2000s. He used to coach the 49ers and Mike Singletary. All these motherfuckers used to coach the 49ers before Jim Harbaugh became the coach of that team. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't know who the coaches was before Jim Harbaugh. You know what I'm saying? They ain't know shit. They ain't know who the players was. They ain't know shit. They ain't know who the fuck Patrick Willis was. They ain't know shit. That's all they knew. All they knew was the 49ers was good. They didn't know who was on the team before that. People used to say Alex Smith was a good quarterback back in the early 2000s. He was fucking average. Actually, he was fucking ass. He was garbage as fuck. He was trash as hell back then. But yeah, alright man, I'm on long enough. Number 7, the Minnesota Vikings, 2009 to 2010. The Minnesota Vikings. Remember that shit when Brett Favre came to the Minnesota Vikings and shit? Man, after he left he came out of retirement again from after he played for the Packers, and then he came over to the Jets and shit for like one season, and then he came to Minnesota, and the Packers fans and the Packers didn't like that shit. They kept him out. They kept him out of the Packers shit. They wanted to take his jersey down and none of that shit. They ain't want nothing to do with Brett Favre at the time because they had Aaron Rodgers. But this motherfucker, he gonna come back to fucking Minnesota, and Minnesota, they was getting all cocky and arrogant and shit, talking all this bullshit. I remember them motherfucking days and shit. Back in the day, motherfucking Minnesota Clown fans, they was fucking talking all this shit. I know because I was a Lions fan back then. They was talking all this shit. Talk so much shit. I'm like, motherfucker, you had to reach off an old franchise team fucking quarterback just to win. Fuck you. You suck. Fuck you, motherfucker still suck. I was laughing my ass off when y'all asses lost in the fucking NFC Championship game. I was laughing like a motherfucker. Man, the Vikings, it was just the fan base, they was talking too fucking reckless. They was talking all this shit, but they fucking lost. And then they lost the year afterwards too. Actually, Brett Favre, he got injured and fucking retired. He got sacked. I remember that game too when he got sacked and he was knocked the fuck out. He was out for the whole game. Brett Favre was unconscious, knocked the fuck out, like literally. This dude was just laid out like this. He was gone. He was against the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football and he got sacked. I forgot who sacked his ass though. But he got sacked by a defensive tackle and he was just he was in the daze. But yeah, the Minnesota Vikings, it's just the way they were celebrating Brett Favre and shit I didn't like. And then the Packers, they wanted revenge on the Vikings by beating the Vikings. And they were successfully doing that by beating the Vikings. I mean, shit. The Vikings lost against them. They lost against the Saints. Saints went to the Super Bowl and win. Beat the fuck out of the Colts in the Super Bowl. The Vikings fan, that damn bandwagon died out real quick after Brett Favre, after that 1 year and shit. Like, for real, it was just ridiculous how they were praising the shit out of Brett Favre. But these the same Vikings fans, they used to hate this motherfucker. They used to hate the fuck out of Brett Favre. Especially when they used to always play the Vikings and shit. Oh my God, he used to hate these motherfuckers. But we all, don't get me wrong though, we all in this division hated Brett Favre. As a Lions fan, I used to hate when the fucking Brett Favre used to carve our ass up. I used to hate that shit. Also, he used to carve up everybody in this fucking division. Actually, the Vikings did kind of give him a problem back then. They did, out of every team in the division, the Vikings did give him a little bit of issues when he was with the Packers. But it's whatever, man. Fuck it. Number 6, the LA Kings. NHL. The LA Kings. Like, where the fuck these motherfuckers came from, man? I knew it was the LA Kings team, but nobody talked about these motherfuckers. Like, You ain't heard a word. You ain't see these motherfuckers from ESPN. They used to never show them on ESPN. They used to never show them on any network and none of that shit until like 2010 arrived. Or no, not 2010. 2000 what was that year? 2012. When they went to the Stanley Cup Finals and then they won that shit. Then they start showing the celebration downtown and shit in LA and all this shit. Talking about like the LA Kings, like then the fan base start coming out like they were just they've been fans the whole time. Like they didn't even know these fans that's in LA didn't even know who the fuck the Kings was until 2012. They didn't know who the fuck they was. They was talking about, I was a fan all along, bro. I was a fan. I've been a fan of this team since I was a boy. Blah, blah, blah. Man, shut up, man. You don't know damn fan, man. What the fuck, man? The fuck? But yeah, ain't too much to say about the LA Kings, man. Their bandwagon just been growing every year. And they went to I think they went far this year. They lost against the Blackhawks, though. This year. They lost against the Blackhawks this year in the fucking Stanley Cup Finals. My throat dry as hell. Okay, number 5. The San Francisco Giants. These motherfuckers, man. Since 2010. Since 2010, dog. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? They never had a fan base like that to begin with, but then when they won that first championship, they got out of fucking control. Like, this fan base been fucking crazy. The Giants, really. The San Francisco Giants. I ain't never heard a word from this fucking fan base ever until 2010. Seriously, I ain't heard a motherfucking word till 2010. They won 3 championships in the past 4 years. That's good for them. But damn, man. It's irritating to see them win, especially that one year when they went against the fucking Tigers, man. They fucking swept us. I was so fucking pissed, and I got on the fucking hat right now. I was so fucking mad. I was so pissed. I seen that shit, man. That shit irritated me, but I was mad as hell that we got fucking destroyed by the Giants. But that fan base, they acted like they been fans all along and shit. Like they came out. It seems like these fans came out after they started winning. Like, you ain't heard a word from the fucking Giants fans till they start winning. I swear to God. I ain't never seen no fans audience. They barely talked about them on TV until 2010. And it's whatever, man. I don't know, man. Fuck it, man. Fuck the Giants, man, after what they did to my Tigers. Fuck the Giants. I hate that shit. Shit pissed me off. Fuck. It reminds me when the Tigers got their ass kicked by the damn St. Louis Cardinals and shit. That's in 2006. Oh my God. Whatever, man. Fuck it. Alright, now. Number 4. The Los Angeles Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers, 2000 or 2004. Remember, in 2000, from 2000 to 2004, they won 3 championships in 4 years. The Lakers, they won 3 championships in 4 years. That 1 year they didn't go to the finals. It was that year the Spurs won it. They won a championship in 2000, 2001, 2002. Against the Pacers, against the Sixers, and against the Nets. I think at least one of those championships I think it was some bullshit that they got at least one of them championships. It was fixed from the get-go. That's when the NBA scandal of fixing games was going on during the time when the Lakers were winning championships and all that shit. That's when that scandal was going on. And that's when that's when the referees started fixing games and cheating and shit, betting on games and shit. Because the Lakers is one of the big marketed teams, and if they was to pick the Lakers, they would have won a lot of money. And I think David Stern is in the mix of this shit. I don't give a fuck how he come off as. I think David Stern got something to do with this. He wanted the Lakers to win. He wanted the Lakers to win. he paid the referees extra money if they fixed the games. AKA, look at that game, I think 2002 against the, what was it? Yeah, 2002 against the Sacramento Kings. When they cheated, when they kept giving Kobe them foul shots and shit, that type of shit. They kept calling fouls on Sacramento when they wasn't fouling. That type of shit. I remember that game too. They was cheating like a motherfucker. Kobe was just shooting free throws and shit. And man, I don't know, man. That's just crazy. Then the fan base, they was talking, oh my God. The fan base was so phony. Everybody, I remember all these people claimed they was Lakers fans back in the 2000s, not Lakers fans anymore. I swear to God, they not Lakers fans anymore. The people that was claiming they was Lakers fans, I know them to this day as personally. I know them personally. To this day, they said they were Lakers fans back in the early 2000s, not fans today, which is crazy. I'm like, how are you not a fan of this team anymore? You was a fan, you was rocking their jerseys and shit, and you picked them up. Every time you play NBA Live or 2K, you always pick the Lakers. But now, since they suck, now you don't pick them no more, you don't wear the jerseys, you don't do none of this shit. I mean, it's still some real Lakers fans out there, but it's a lot of bandwagoners too, though. That bandwagon shit ended when Shaq and Kobe split up and when the Pistons beat them in the finals. 5-1. I mean, they beat them in game 5. I remember that. The Lakers gotta be one of the biggest fan bases I ever motherfucking seen. It's just ridiculous, man. That fan base. Not everybody in the golden yellow, well, gold and purple is like. Not everybody like that, but there's a lot of bandwagoners in LA. LA is the city of fakeness. That's all I gotta say about that. Okay, number 3, the Seattle Seahawks. 2012 to now. 2012 now. Yeah, I say about the past 3 years, this fan base been ridiculous. Like, I ain't heard not one peep out of Seahawks fans prior to 2012. When the Seahawks, well, in 2010 they went to the playoffs and shit at 7-9 and beat the New Orleans Saints. When you know that famous run by Marshawn Lynch when he broke 10 plus tackles and shit. When he was breaking all them down tackles, that's when they won a playoff game. But really, it was a bandwagon. It's been a bandwagon this whole time, like since 2012. Like you start seeing people where I swear you start seeing people, a bunch of people out of nowhere start wearing Seahawks jerseys and fucking this is definitely showing the bandwagon. They start wearing their jerseys and shit. Like what? You got motherfuckers, you got celebrities and shit wearing Seahawks jerseys, all this shit. Like they ain't for fans. Like these people ain't fans for real, man. Like the bandwagon is just real. You can tell on Madden. Like you play Madden. I know I ain't played Madden in a few days or whatever. But I don't play it like I used to. But because it pisses me off, it's garbage as fuck. But when you play Madden, especially from I say Madden 13 to now, Madden 13 to Madden 15, the number one team that everybody always pick is the fucking Seahawks. I swear to God, it's always the fucking Seahawks. Because that bandwagon motherfucking shit. They talking about the 12 man. Like, it was no Seahawks fan. You ain't heard not a peep out of Seahawks fans at all until 2012. Now these fans, since they wanted to, where they start talking all reckless and talking all this shit, start talking all crazy and shit, acting like they've been fans of this team for a long ass time. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. These fans are so fucking phony. My God. This got to be one of the funniest fan bases in the history of sports. The Seahawks got the fakest fans in the world. But they not as fake as these two, as the top two fan bases. They're fake, they're not as fake as the two teams I'm about to name though. Okay, number 2. The Miami Heat, 2010 to 2014. Only reason why nobody gave a fuck about Miami Heat back then. Like, I know Miami Heat won a championship back in 2006 with Shaquille O'Neal, Dwayne Wade, and Eddie Jones, and Udonis Haslem and shit, and Gary Payton, and motherfuckers like that. But guess what? People don't recognize that shit. They don't, see, I named down there the whole team just that quick, and I'm not even a fan of the Miami Heat. And I know more people on the Miami Heat than the Miami Heat fans does, because they're fake as fuck. I'm like, who played on the Miami Heat team before 2010? Who was the starting lineup? Tell me the starting lineup. They couldn't even name them because they're not real fans. So like, you just cheer for the team because you see LeBron come from Cleveland to go to Miami. I mean, that's just the truth. You're not a fan of this team. It's the difference between being a fan and being a real fan. Like, I mean, being a bandwagon fan and being a real fan. It's a difference. Being a bandwagon fan, you just jump on any team that's winning. And a lot of these teams, they was winning. That's the reason why they, been bandwagoning these teams a lot. This video went on long enough, but yeah, when LeBron, he came to Miami, then everybody talking about Heat this, Heat winning in Game 6, Heat winning in Game 7, like Heat. That's all. When I went on NBA websites or the Facebook on NBA or whatever, like the Facebook page for the NBA or whatever, the Twitter page, all you see is Miami Heat this and Miami Heat that. They gonna win this and Miami Heat gonna win that, and Heat fan, like go Heat, go Heat, go Heat, go Heat. That's all you seen, but you ain't see that shit prior to that. You ain't see that shit this year either after LeBron left either. You ain't see none of that shit. I'm like, where the fuck is the Heat fans at? I thought y'all was so Heat that you was real fans, but you're not. You're not real fans. Y'all fake as hell. That's why I say that Heat fans is a fucking joke. Y'all's a joke because when y'all was losing against the Spurs last year, you walked out the fucking game halfway. Y'all walked out the game. The game wasn't even over yet. It wasn't even. I think it wasn't even fucking the fourth quarter yet. Y'all was walking out. Y'all was already walking out the damn stadium, out the building. You was already walking out the building. That shows that you're not a real fan because you never know what can happen towards the last few minutes of the game. So you're not a real fan. Y'all some phonies. All y'all fake Heat fans. I don't see no Heat fans. They weren't even selling tickets like they were last year because LeBron is not there. That's just the truth. The Heat fans are the worst fans ever. They don't know basketball at all. They don't know shit. Now, number 1, the New England Patriots, 2001 to now. This has got to be the biggest bandwagon fan base. I mean, the biggest bandwagon I have ever seen in my motherfucking life. Like, New England, like, ever since that fucking 9/11 shit, then it's kind of strange the Patriots won the Super Bowl the next year. The year of the fucking 9/11. And then you start seeing all these fans and shit. Like, nobody gave a fuck about the Patriots before that. Nobody gave a fuck. They didn't even know, half of these motherfuckers didn't even know Drew Bledsoe was the fucking quarterback. They didn't know shit. And half of these motherfuckers didn't even know Bill Parcells fucking coached the fucking Patriots too. Before Bill Belichick. They didn't even know that shit. Oh my God. These fans are so fucking pathetic. They're so pathetic. I hate the Patriots so much. It just, when Tom Brady got there, oh, Patriots this and Patriots that, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, get out of here. Like, for real though, then the Deflategate, the Patriots bandwagon is so pathetic. They will defend anything the Patriots do wrong. say like the Deflategate shit, they still defended that shit, knowing good and well that's cheating and shit. It's fucking cheating. They also was defending the motherfucking Spygate. They defend that shit. Like, seriously, this bandwagon, just because you're a bandwagon fan. But all the Patriots fans start coming out when the motherfucking 9/11 happened. That is real shit. I'm getting tired of talking though, man. This is the worst fan base in American sports. They tainted the NFL. They tainted major sports. They started the trend of this bandwagon shit. Throughout the past 15 years, they started this bandwagon trend and shit. The Patriots, it started with the Patriots, then the fucking Seahawks, and the fucking Vikings, or whoever the fuck. I mean, bandwagon's been going on for years and years before that, but I'm saying I ain't never seen a big fan, I ain't never seen a fan base jump on one team that quickly within a year's span like they did in the New England Patriots. I never seen a team jump on a team and be a fan of the team so quickly, like say like the Seahawks or the Miami Heat. The bandwagon fans, like the bandwagon is real. But I ain't got nothing else to say about this video right now, man. My throat is dry. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about this. But that is my opinion. I'm gonna be up out of here though. Peace out though.